Oh, sorry.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is this Prathanesh?
Hey, hi. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you? This is Alonzo Lively from Tech Systems.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, and Happy New Year. I'm waiting for your call actually.
Oh yeah? Well, we weren't supposed to start till 6 on Eastern time.
Yeah, that's. I
So
mean,
are you on the West Coast?
no, no. I am on the East Coast and from Georgia.
Okay, okay. Yeah, well, I've got it scheduled for 6 p.m., so
Hmm.
are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Um, just going to go over some common things with DevOps, common things with AWS, things like that. Going to be asking you some questions
Hmm.
and get a general understanding of where you're at, your skill levels and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So let's start out because we got a lot of questions to go through.
Hmm.
Okay, I see you have HashiCorp Terraform on your resume.
Hmm.
How well are you with that?
So
Uh,
basically, I would like
I
to say
have
that I've been
written
using the HashiCorp
Terraform
tools
scripts,
for the various
a
kinds
lot
of
of Terraform scripts,
Terraform
HashiCorp,
stuff. So I
Terraform.
have been creating various
So
kinds of
basically,
Terraform's
Terraform is from
plans
HashiCorp.
and then using them
And
for various kinds of
I have been writing
creation of the infrastructure. And then apart from that, I've also been responsible for doing some
scripts
of
for
the
infrastructure,
releases
for
of the
configuring the
infrastructure as
infrastructure and for
code
maintaining
so that we
the
can go ahead and
infrastructure. And
make it
apart from that, I was responsible for
deployable.
some
And
releases
apart
of the
from that, also
infrastructure as a
working on
code,
how we can do some of
so
the
that we can go ahead and make the deployments. And apart from that, I think I'm also working on cloud formation templates as well, which works the
and
same
we
way
have
as
also got
Terraform works.
experience in the utilization of various kinds of Terraform's
Okay, so you're
backends.
writing stacks in CloudFormation too?
Yes.
Yes, I have been
Okay.
writing stacks in the
In
CloudFormation as well.
Terraform, can you tell me what interpolation syntax is?
So basically, I would like to say that in the Terraforms, the interpolation syntax
Okay.
is
So
wherein
in
you will
the
be actually
uh,
allowed to write
in the data
expressions.
forms, the interpolation syntax is I think so. It's a new one which is actually allowed to write expressions. You can put dollar dollar in the curly braces. You can then define your variable name,
And then the embedded strings
Okay.
can be used to transform the
All
and
syntax
right.
in the
then
JSON, and you
Go
can
ahead.
so,
interpolate other
no, sorry.
values. I would like to
I
say.
mean to say that, and then there will be two strings which can be used to transform the
And then apart
syntax
from
in
that,
the
you can
JSON
also have
unique
the escape
and other
interpolation.
values.
Um,
Okay. Okay. What is a data source?
so basically, in Terraforms, the data source is something which will be actually used
Data
to
source,
get the data
data source is
from the
something
back end,
which
like data about
we,
the
we should be
various
using to get
configuration.
data
So basically, inside
from the
that, you will
bank,
have
and like
information which is inside a
about the various
external source.
configurations.
And I
So
have been using
basically,
various
it's
kinds of
like
external data
inside that
sources for
you
getting
will be
the
having the information which is inside the
queries. So I have
external source.
been
And
using
I have
some of
used
the
some
external
various kinds of
services like
external data
web
sources to get the
values
query,
and
for
provider
getting the
instances,
query,
and I have been also
like using the sum of
providing
external
these with
services like web
multiple
values
external sources
and
wherein we
provider
can fetch
instances.
the data.
Okay. What does HCL stand for?
So basically, I would like to say
Okay.
that inside the Terraforms,
These are
Could
Terraform
you,
questions.
yes. Okay. So
Think
it's
about the letters. That'll help you out. HCL.
so basically, I would
HCL.
like to
That's
say
what you
that
said?
in the
Yeah, H
Terraforms.
is in hotel, C is in Charlie, L is in Lima.
So I would like to say inside that the HashiCorp configuration language is something which is used
so
for
it's a HashiCorp
the JSON and
configuration
kind
language,
of a
which is something
semi-JSON
used
structure
for
wherein you will be having
JSON
some of
and a kind
the
of semi-JSON structure.
language which can be read as JSON
So
configurations, but also
Close enough. HashiCorp language is what it stands for.
yes. Yeah.
That's a trick question, so not many
Y-
people get that one.
Yeah, I mean that's what. Okay. And
Okay, so
you know what? Suddenly, you know, right? I am from HCL Global Systems, my
okay,
employer. So I
okay.
just got middle of things, like whether you are asking my employer's full name or you're asking something in Terraform.
No, these are Terraforms. I'll tell you when we switch to something else. Okay,
Okay.
so
So
Terraform apply has three possible outcomes. What are they?
So basically, there are three possible outcomes of the Terraform's
Mm-hmm.
apply. So
So
first of all,
basically,
what
there
will
are three
happen is
possible outcomes from the
there will
Terraform.
be a successful apply,
So first of all,
and
what will
it
happen is, if
will
at all there
be
is a successful,
propagated to the
if
desired
there
state
is
of
a
the
successful,
configuration.
and
And then apart from
it will
that,
be
if there
propagated
is
to the desired state of
state locking,
configuration.
then it will actually also
Then
lock the
apart from
state.
that, if at
If there is
all
a failure, then
there is a
I would
locking
like to
state,
say that the
then it will
Terraform's
actually
apply.
lock the state. And if at all there is a failure, then I would say
So
that
in that case, it will actually give an error.
the other forms
And then
apply.
apart from that, I would like to
It
say
will
that
give an
there might be an
I
approval
mean,
which will
if at
be
all it's a
pending in
failure,
this
it will
case.
give an error.
You also
And
have to
apart from
specify
that, I would
the
like to say that
target
there
resources
might
inside
be
this.
an
So
approval which is
there might be
pending.
a
In this case,
long-running Terraforms
you also
apply
need
which
to
will
specify the
actually
target
stall the
resource
whole process
which
in
is
this
there,
case.
and there might be a long-running Terraforms apply which actually uh, stalls the whole process in this case.
Okay. What does Terraform destroy do?
So basically, I would like to say that the Terraform's destroy will
Okay,
actually go ahead and
Terraform destroy.
destroy the
Uh,
the managed
it, I
infrastructure,
think it will actually go
and
ahead
I would
and
like to say that it
destroy
will destroy the
the
resources, and it
what
behaves as
the
if all the
managed
resources have been
infrastructure,
removed from the configuration.
and destroy the
So
resources,
basically,
and it
the instance
behaves
will be destroyed, and it will show the
uh,
execution plan that
and it
waits
will
for the
be
approval
removing the
before making any
configuration and
changes.
everything.
Okay. We're off of Terraform. We're on to new questions. What is
Mm-hmm.
a round robin DNS?
So basically, the round robin
Okay,
DNS is
round
something
robin
which will
DNS.
do equal distribution across multiple targets
Uh,
inside the DNS zone file.
so it is
So let's say if
something
you do a ping of the or a NS
it's something
lookup of
like
the
pixel 2 equal
google.com, you will be
distribution
actually
across
see
multiple
that
targets
Google will have four
inside the DNS
DNS
zone.
answer queries which are there.
If you do a ping and DNS lookup of google.com, you will actually see that Google will have four DNS answer queries which are there.
Okay. What is a zombie process?
So zombie process is a process
Zombie
whose
process is
parent has
something which
exited
will
without
be running in the
closing
background.
the child, and
Even the
it is
parent
like
process has got
running in the
exited.
background, and there is no hope of it
Okay,
actually
how do I
being.
get rid of it?
So basically, if you want to,
Okay, you're looking for the command kill. It's kill -9 and PID number, process ID.
Okay, so what if I do the kill with the process ID and it still remains?
so basically in that case,
So
if I kill
basically,
a
you're
zombie
telling
process,
that
then that
what if
means
kill doesn't work?
in that case, what I will be doing is I will
Then
be
that,
trying to
yeah. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
send a
No,
signal.
I was going to say, usually when you have a zombie process, it's got child processes. You can go through trying to kill them first.
And then
Yeah,
we'll be also
then you
doing
can
some of
send a
the
signal HUT,
parent processes, and
Okay. So
and
what
then
usually?
so
Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, you can go ahead.
No, I was going to say what usually causes zombie processes. What's
basically, I
going
would like to
on
say whenever you run a program, it will create
with
a parent process and a lot of child
something that
processes,
would cause
and
that?
all of these
Okay,
processes
so
use
whenever you
resources
run
such
a
as memory
program,
and
right,
CPU
it will be
available
creating
to
a
the
parent process
kernel.
and a lot
Once
of
these
child
child
processes,
processes have finished
and all
executing, they
these
send a
processes
signal
uses the
of
resources
exit call and
like
die. This
memory
exit
and
call has to be
CPU
read by the
elected by
parent
them
process, which later calls the wait command to
to
read the
that
exit status
to the
of the
kernel child
child process
processes.
so that the child process can
And
be removed from the process table. If the
after
parent reads the
executing the
exit call
signal of
correctly
exit
sent by the
call,
child process, the
this
process is
parent
removed from
process
the process table.
will
But
die,
if the parent
which
reads
relates
the exit
call
call
the wait
and
command to
fails to
read the
read the
exit
exit
status
call
of the
of
child
the
process.
child process
So
which has already finished
child
its
process can be
execution
removed from
and
the
is now dead,
process
will
table if the
not be
parent
removed
read
from
the
the
exit
process
call
table. So
correctly.
these are the processes
And
which are actually called the
so
zombie
even the
processes.
parent has finished the execution, the child will still be running. So that's actually called the zombie.
Okay, so if let's say you deployed some code through a pipeline process and it's deployed to some test servers and you keep seeing some zombie processes coming up, would you think that was a code problem?
So I would like to say that I think definitely that would be
I
a code
would
problem if it is
I would
actually
like
causing a
to
lot of
say
zombie
that
processes to
I
come
think
up.
definitely that could be the code problem.
Okay.
If it is actually causing a lot of processes to come up from one single parent process.
Okay, good. What is a bastion host?
So basically, it is actually used to jump from external internet
So
to a
basically, it
host,
is
and then
used
from
to
there to
jump
all the
from
machines inside the
external internet
data center, I would
to
like to
host,
say, so
and
that you
then
can
from
actually
there
protect
to
your
all the
private
machines inside
servers
the data center.
from
And
all the
you can
things
actually
inside that.
protect your private servers from all the things inside that.
Okay. What is smoke testing?
Smoke testing is an initial testing which is done by the quality analysis team,
Okay, so
and
smoke
it is like a
testing,
non-exhaustive set of tests that
it's
are
a kind
aimed
of
to ensure
testing
that
which
most
is
of the
done by
important
this
functions work.
quality analysis
And this is
team which we have in
actually just to
enterprise,
decide whether
and
that
it's
build
like
is actually a
it's a
stable build or not.
non-executive set of non-exhaustive, exhaustive set of steps that will be aiming to ensure that most of the important functions work, and this is actually just to decide whether the build is actually stable or not.
Okay. What is a blue-green deployment?
So a blue-green deployment is actually
So
something which will
blue-green,
be actually used for various kinds of
blue-green deployment.
high
Actually,
availability deployments. And I would like to say
so in
that
the on the production
this is
instance,
actually used for
so
deploying on half of the
if you
machines and
have
then
like two
switching
targets,
to
if
another
you have a
green
target
cluster, and
server
then
to be deployed,
doing various
assume that
kinds
in
of
that way. So what we can do is that along with one
switching of the
instance,
traffic
we can
across the
have
multiple
one more
servers so
instance
that
which is running
the
in
end user
parallel
doesn't
to the
actually
same production
go ahead
instance.
and do this
We can
in
name that as A
and
and
try
B.
to understand whether
And
this
what you
actually
do is
has
that
any of this
as
to do
part
with
of your
this.
release activities, you first deploy your code onto the B, and then if everything works, you just make a switch from A to B. So in
Okay.
that way, so that's called a green deployment.
Okay. What is a shebang?
So basically, it is the
Excuse me.
path of the executable
A
inside the Linux
shebang.
virtual machine,
Shebang.
Okay.
which is
Oh
actually going to
yeah.
be
It
used
is basically the path of
for some of the
executive and
defining of the
inside the
paths, I
Linux
would like to
virtual
say in
machine,
this case.
which is actually going to be used for some of the for defining for defining some configurations, I would say.
Okay. Uh, what is bash?
You said
So
bash.
basically, I would like to say that
Yeah, bash. What is bash?
the bash is actually the
I
Linux
mean
born again shell.
that's actually an it's actually a Linux born shell.
What's the
L-
born again shell?
Linux born again shell. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay. How do I see what cron tabs are scheduled to run?
So basically, you can run the command.
If
Okay.
I'm on a command line, how would I see what command would I use to see my cron jobs?
You can run cron tab -L.
Okay, good. If I wanted to make a file executable, what is the change mod command I would use?
I think you can use chmod plus x and file name.
Okay. What if I wanted to make it executable to everybody?
Executable to everybody. The same chmod plus ugo plus x file name.
Okay. If I wanted to SSH into a server that's got a different port set up for it to access SSH, what command would I use?
I have the answer in the question. So SSH is the command /P port number root at the rate of the IP address of the machine which you are trying to tunnel into.
Okay, good. Let's see. What is a reserved instance on AWS?
So basically, I would like to say that the reserved
Okay.
instance is something
So
which will help you to have
basically, a reserved instance is
the
something
various
which will
kinds of reserved
help
pricing. So it
you
is like
to
something
have
which will
the
actually
various
have
kinds
like
of
a
reserved pricing. So it is
long-term
like something
commitment,
which
and they
will
will give you a
actually
discount for
have
that.
a long-term commitment, and they will give you a discount for those reserved instances when you book them.
Okay, what is a spot instance?
So basically, it is a bid market
Spot
instance which is
instance,
actually
okay,
used.
so
So it is a
again,
bid market
so
instance
spot
which is
instance
actually used.
is like uh,
So you will be actually
which you get in
defining
the
the
bid
bid
market.
price, and then that will actually
So,
help you to do the
so
various
you
kinds
will
of
actually be defining the bid
bidding,
price,
and then
and then
Amazon
they
will
will
actually
actually
help you
help
to
you
do
to
the
get
various
the
kinds
various
of
kinds of bidding, and then
next
Amazon,
steps,
you can work with Amazon
which can
to
actually
get
automatically
various
terminate your
kinds of
instance if you're not
you can work with
specifying
Amazon
above
to
the
get the
bid
next steps
price.
from that bid. Did I make sense? No.
Hello.
Bro, call got disconnected. I'm trying to call him again. Okay, just a second.
All right.
Bro, he should be calling us now.
Okay.
Just a second.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Must be getting busy. Everybody's coming home from work.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think I don't know the reason for the disconnect. Maybe something wrong with the network.
Oh, okay, well, we'll just keep going. We don't have that much more to go.
Okay.
Tell me what Route 53 is on AWS.
So it is a managed
Okay, so
DNS
what was I
service which
doing
is
in AWS?
actually
That's your question,
provided by
right?
Amazon to run the various
Yeah,
kinds
Route
of DNS
53 is a
services.
service in
Oh
AWS.
yeah.
What?
And
Okay.
basically, it
Yeah,
is
it's a
something
kind
where
of
you
a
can actually
DNS
run your
service,
DNS on the
which is
cloud so that
actually
you can
provided by
actually make
Amazon
it a fault
to run
tolerant
various
and
kinds of
run
DNS
it on a
services.
managed
And
service. In
basically,
this case, I would like
it
to
is
say.
something where you can actually have your DNS on the cloud, and you can have a fault tolerant mechanism built, and you can run on it you can run it as a managed service.
Okay, good. Tell me your container experience.
So I have been writing some of the
Okay,
Docker
so
files
I
and
have
then
been
on the
working
Docker-based
on
containers, and I
Docker
have been also
a lot.
responsible
Like I
for
have been writing
creating the
Docker
various
files,
kinds of Docker-based
which will, and I was
orchestration,
also
and I have been
responsible
also
for
creating the
creating
manifest
various
files
kinds of
inside the Docker,
Docker-based
and
orchestration
I was also
mechanisms.
responsible for going
And
ahead and
I will also I used to write
doing
manifest
some of
files
the
inside the Docker,
Docker
and
Compose as well,
I was
so that we
also
can actually do it
responsible
in a way
for
wherein the Docker Compose can help us
having
to
Docker Compose,
run the
which is
various
basically
applications in this
used
case.
to have a connection established between Docker different Docker hosts. Uh, yeah, I mean, pretty much that has been my experience a lot in container space. And apart from this, I was also responsible for configuring all the Docker containers which I'm running in having the orchestration mechanism using Docker Swarm.
Okay, good. What is the difference between Kubernetes and Swarm?
So basically, I would like to say that the difference between the Kubernetes
Okay,
and the
good
Swarm
question.
is that
So
Kubernetes is from the
basically, I
Google,
think
and then Swarm is from
to
just
be
like
honest with you, I mean
normally I would like to say. And then
both
apart from
serve the
that,
same purpose
I
of
would like to say
orchestration,
that
and
Kubernetes is
Kubernetes
something
is
which will actually be
it's
like
from Google, as
uh,
you know already. So
having
it's
a
from
lot of
Google, and Google has
multiple
been
things
using
inside
it
that as far
in
as the
production a
various kinds
lot.
of things are
Uh,
concerned. And then
and it has a lot of
I would
multiple
like to
things
say that
inside it.
Swarm is like totally like
It's a
native
way
Docker
advanced than
technology.
Swarm,
And then I would like to
I
say
would
that
say.
Kubernetes is having the
And
various kinds of
it
managed
uses
services
the
which are
basic
available, and
native
Docker
Docker
is a platform
technology,
and a tool for building
and
containers,
it
and
has
Docker
also
Swarm
got
is meant
various
to
kinds of
coordinate clusters
managed
of nodes at scale
services
into
available
production.
in it,
And I would like to
and
say that if I want to
and
compare the
yeah,
Kubernetes
such
with the
kinds of
Swarm, I would like to
clusters
say
and
that
nodes which are already
that
in
Swarm
scale
would
in
be something
production.
which is like on a smaller scale.
Okay, so which do you like using better, Kubernetes or Swarm?
I think I like the Kubernetes
Uh,
because that is something which I
I
would say
think
is the Google product
uh,
and is the product of the
that
future,
depends,
I would
but
like to say
again,
in this
like
case.
I would say I would go
And
with Kubernetes
yes, I
because
think
it is
Kubernetes is something which
something
is
which
the
Google is
next
using
big thing in this
since
market, I would
long,
like to say.
and it's the product of the future.
Okay. What is OpenStack?
So basically, I would like
Okay,
to say that the OpenStack
so
is something which is like
so basically,
um,
OpenStack is
hypervisor
something
which is actually provided,
which is like a
and the
hypervisor,
hypervisor actually going to
which
be
is
something which
actually
will be help in
provided,
this case.
and the
So
hypervisor actually
apart
is
from
going to be
that, I would like to
something
say that you will be having
which
various
should
kinds of
which should help.
hypervisor
Apart from
based
that, I
stuff,
would like
and you can
to
run
say
this on
that
the virtual
I mean
machines, I
it
would
will
like
be
to say in this
we will be
case.
having various kinds of hypervisors based on which we can run the VMs.
Okay. Um, Classify the different cloud platforms at a category for me.
So basically, I would like to say that the different cloud platforms
Okay,
are Amazon,
so
and I think they are good for
different cloud platforms. So we
most
have
of
a
the
lot. I mean,
startups
we have
because
Amazon,
they
which
have
is
a service for
No,
everything,
no,
and
yeah.
then apart from that, you
I'm
have
going to
got
give
the
you a
Azure
hint.
cloud, which is
One of
actually
them is SaaS. Classify them and tell me the differences.
Okay,
so
okay.
basically, I
You're
would like to
asking
say that.
software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service.
Right. Tell me what the differences are.
So yes, I would like to say that the
Okay,
infrastructure
got
as
it.
a service is something
So
wherein you will be getting the infrastructure from the
infrastructure as
cloud
a
provider,
service.
and then you have to run the
So it's
stuff on top of
something
that yourself.
like infrastructure
And
as a
then
service
the
means that means
platform as a service
you
is
will be
something like
getting an
Elastic
infrastructure
Beanstalk,
from the cloud
and
provider,
then
and then over the top of that you will be running your stuff.
and apart
You will
from
be
that, I
running
was
your
also
stuff.
say that
So you only
you will
pay
have a
for the
managed
infrastructure
platform
which you
in the
use.
platform as a service, and then apart from
And
that,
then
Okay.
I would like to say
coming to
that
platform as a service,
you
it's
have the
something like
various kinds of
Elastic Beanstalk.
software as a service platforms which are there,
It's
which are
something
available.
a
So
managed
these are something
platform.
which you have to actually work on and then get the application
Okay.
Okay,
released.
and then coming to platform as a service and software as a service. I would like to give an example like Gmail. So Gmail is it's a you are using that service right away,
So basically, I would like to say that the
and you
software
are
as a
not
service
paying
is
or
like the simple
anything
emailing
for
service
that.
and the simple
So
notification
that
service and
can
the
be
simple
termed as a
queuing
software as
service.
a service.
And then I would like to
It's
say
not
that the
Can you give me
infrastructure.
other examples of software as a service?
Oh yeah, simple notification service in AWS is also one example, and also SQS is an example. Uh, yeah, these also Route 53 is one of the uh, example for this.
Okay. How are you with databases? Do you know databases pretty well?
So
Oh yeah,
basically,
in my past project here at
I
Anthem,
have been using
I
the
worked on
databases like the
automating the
relational
database
database service
deployment.
and the MySQL. And apart
Okay.
from that, I was also
Tell me what are
responsible
the
for.
benefits of a NoSQL
So
database?
the benefits of a NoSQL database are that you will be having the various kinds of
Okay, so
speed and
uh,
performance gains
I
inside that,
mean,
and then apart from that, you
it
will
has
have
a
some
lot
of
of things.
the
The first thing which
gain of the
I can imagine
application
is the
inside that,
speed
and then
and the
apart from that,
performance inside
you
that.
have the various kinds of
Apart from
speeds and
that,
application performance
you can
improvements
have
in this.
some additional gains. I mean, as I said, like it improves the application overall performance when you go for NoSQL databases.
Okay. Um, what is the difference between a container and a virtual machine?
So I would like to say that the container is something
Okay,
which will be,
so
sharing the various kinds of
container is it
kernel across multiple machines,
so
and then
container is something which will be running on the kernel
and the virtual machine will have independent
across
kernels in this
multiple
case. And then
machines,
apart from that,
and then
I would like to
virtual
say that
machine is independent in this case. And uh, apart from that,
yes,
I would
I
like
think
to
that would be the
apart
main
from
difference.
that, I
And
would
then
like
I
to
think
say that
containers are faster, and then virtual machines
I
are
think that would
slower.
be the main
And
difference.
then the containers are
Containers
also
would be
something which should be
faster and virtual machines
deployable
would be
across
slower.
multiple platforms, and they are portable. And then virtual machines are
Okay,
not
so
portable.
basically the VM requires an entire load
Yes,
of the kernel and the system, and the container is
yes. It just runs on the
stateless.
kernel.
It's just running, wherever you want it to run. Okay.
Yep.
What can you tell me about a serverless model?
So basically, a serverless model is something wherein
Okay.
you have the various kinds of
AWS
things.
Lambdas, I mean, yeah, the world is
Um,
talking a lot about
so I would like to
serverless
say that
models now,
Lambda
and
in Amazon is
AWS
something which
Lambda
is actually available
is
as a
one thing
serverless.
in Amazon,
And then apart from that, you
which
also
runs
have
on
some of the
the
other things in the
which is
serverless space, like
runs on the same
you have the
serverless
cloud
model.
functions from
Okay.
the
So have you
Azure.
worked with that before?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have used
I
the
mean,
API
I
gateway as
have
well
written a
as
couple of
the
Lambda
various
functions.
kinds of Lambda functions, and then used them
I
and
have
deployed
used
them to
API
the
gateways
Amazon,
as well,
and then also worked on the
and
various kinds
various
of
kinds of Lambda functions.
new
In my work at Amazon Web
deployments, I would
Services.
like to say.
Okay. How are you with IAM? Are you good with security at AWS?
Yes, I would like to say that
Okay,
I'm good
yeah.
with the security, and I've been working on the
So
various kinds of security
I think,
related stuff from
yeah, I'm
the
pretty much
Amazon Web
comfortable
Services.
with the security
And I would like to
aspects
say
as
that I've
well.
also been working with some of the
IAM, setting up the
deployment
roles
of the
and setting
security
up the
on the target
policies,
servers, and then also
and
working on some
giving
of the
having the
release planning as
access
well as
restrictions
the
and all.
orchestration of the applications.
Okay. So if I'm working with IAM, tell me what a zero trust privilege model is.
So basically, I would like to say that the zero trust privilege
Zero
model is
trust
something which is used
privilege
inside the
model.
Amazon
Okay,
IAM
so
for
basically it is
uh,
something which is used
protecting the
inside the
cybersecurity
Amazon
tools for a zero trust model. So
for
basically, inside that,
protecting the
you have
cyber
the
security
identity
tools
driven security. So basically,
for
the
protecting the cyber
inside that you
security
have
tools, and basically uh, you
in
have
this
their
you have
identity
identity
driven
access management at
security
the core of the
in
thing.
that.
So inside that, it doesn't distinguish between
Okay.
internal and external
So if
users or
I'm
devices.
setting
It
up my
treats
IAM accounts, what are some of the
everything
things I could
equally.
do to ensure security?
So basically, I would like to say that we can have the one-time password or
Give me an
Okay,
the
so
example.
two-factor authentication, and then apart from
Multi-factor
that, we can
authentication.
have some of the other things
okay,
which are
yeah.
there,
I mean,
like
we can have
we can have like two-factor
one-time
authentication, which
password
is very
and
much
multi-factor
useful in
authentication.
this case. And then apart
Uh,
from that, we can
and we
also
can
have the
have
password
some
policy
other
in
things
place,
which are
which can help us to enforce the passwords, I
I
would
think
like to say.
multi-factor
And then we
authentication
will be
and
also
one-time
trying to
passwords
use the various
will
kinds
serve a
of
lot in this case.
enforcements of the password, and then
Okay.
expiring the
There's some
passwords.
other things you could do too. You could do time logins where you can decide when people can log in and when they can't log in. You
Yeah.
could do drill
Yes.
downs with Active Directory. You could do federated logins. You could do logins based on the MAC address, so only that specific machines can come in.
Yes. You
So
can set up password policies and time logins and Active
right.
Directory integration, Mac ID login. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot.
So basically, what a zero trust privilege model means is it means you start with zero privileges, and then you only give exactly what the person needs based on what they're doing with your instances or what they're doing with your AWS. Okay, so let's see here. All right. I think we're through most of the questions. So how's the question so far? Nothing too hard, right?
Nothing too hard. The only thing is you. I mean, it seems like you have been shooting at me, but I'm good.
Okay, well, it's fine because you're doing good. And what time we got here? Well, it's 6:30. I think that you've answered enough of my questions, and I think you did a good job. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you my recommendation. And I think you have a pretty good background. Could you do me a favor and send the recruiter your certificate number for me, please, for your AWS certification?
I think I already shared my certification number with. Yeah, I already shared my certification
Who did
number.
you
I will
share it
do.
with?
Yeah, I will do once again. Bravela, right?
You can send it to me. Let me give you my email address.
Okay.
It's ALO.
You want me to do that right away?
You don't have to do it right away, but it's just part of our process. We check the certification numbers.
Oh, okay.
ALO
Yeah,
LIV ELY
ALOLIV
ELY
ELY. Yeah.
at
Mm-hmm.
techsystems.com.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about it tonight. Just get it to me when you can. And
Yeah, definitely.
I thought you did good, and it was really nice talking to you. And like I said, I'm going to give you my recommendation, and they'll just go from there. Okay?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, and please keep me posted on the next steps.
Your recruiter will keep you posted on the next step. I'm going to be up to my neck in work tomorrow, so I usually do these later on in the afternoon to help them. But you've got my email address. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or anything like that, or if you're having any problems with the recruiter or anything like that, and I'll help you out.
Oh yeah, you got a good recruiters, and I love working with tech systems.
Okay, great. Well, it's nice talking to you, and have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.